wallet while I'm 9 holes in trying to work on my hobby. And I wish somebody would get me started. Hey, deuces up to Nipsey, K-Dot and Gang. I'm out here in the West, don't holla at me, man. My bloodstream clean, nothing running through my veins. It's 116, yeah, I'm still unashamed. I call it network if I'm out here fishing. You know I'm with the clicking, man, we out here trying to kick it. You know that we turn. They probably think I'm rolling, I ain't on nothing. They probably think I'm rolling, I ain't on nothing. They probably think I'm rolling, I ain't on nothing. But what I got you need to know about, cause on me I'm turned. Right. Oh, Malik.
Yeah. Cool kid sneak.
Yeah. Maybach music.
She a couple years younger. Better than a mother though. Better than a mother though. She got her own, she don't need no ticket. She get it, yeah, she got it, so you know I had to get her. She my NYPYT. She my NYPYT. She my NYPYT. She my pretty young thing, and I do anything for her.
Love you, ay, pretty young thing.
Hey everyone. Alright, so today's show is all about health and wellness and fitness. And we have Malik from MVP Fitness and Massage. He's based out of Washington, D.C., and he will be with us just giving us tips on just leading healthier lifestyles. Because, you know, the holidays is coming up. We got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, office parties. It's like, you know, food galore. So how do we keep it in check? And, you know, what's the whole point? Why is it so important when it comes to business and health? You know, why is your health important? So we'll touch up on all those topics.
Also, like what Rose was saying, it's important to stay healthy. When we've said it a lot in previous episodes that you get no time off, no days off, and that's including sick days. And so kind of like maintenance is the best way to keep going. We're voting both ends of the candlestick. You got to keep your energy up. Also, what we're going to touch base on is in the D.C. area where I'm located and where our guest is located, there's a lot of people getting into the fitness industry. Like we have gyms popping up left and right. We have everyone doing wraps and drinks and energy boosts and these little parties or whatnot. So it's our way of kind of going over what's it like to get in this industry, how to navigate through it. Is it too saturated? And you ask them about their business, and they're like, "We sell green tea to help you lose weight, Mary Kay style, you know, that MLM marketing or whatnot." Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I feel like if it's a hustle, it's a hustle, you know, and if they really stand behind the product and they believe in the product, why not?
So
I wouldn't do it, but I don't knock it.
Being an entrepreneur in the business, do you think? Because I could imagine like someone who has really researched and really knows the ins and outs of the body and this and that hates these type of pop-up businesses, because you have these people who are reading a brochure and kind of giving some jacked up information. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I'm not knocking anybody, because some of them actually do work. Some of them are really great. But I just have kind of like differing feelings about some of them, especially when you get into everybody's sold Mary Kay at some point. But now the trend is for health and wellness products on this, and they're almost preying on people who are looking for, who have that entrepreneurial spirit, and feeding them this, like, you're going to get rich quick, just find all these people sign up underneath you, and you can be a health expert. And I'm just like, I don't know. I have some mixed feelings about it, and I'm looking forward to hearing what our guest speaker has to say about it as well.
And there are some people that make good money off of it too, selling the tea. But something so funny I want to share. This, I forgot the IG username. After, you know, Black China, they found out that after she had her baby, she got, I forgot, some ridiculous amount of money to get her body redone. And so one of the IG users who bought the tea from her was like, yo, I need my money back. because I've been drinking this tea. I ain't losing no weight.
Right.
Come to find out, you went and got work done? No, run me my money. So that was hilarious.
Exactly. And then it's hard to see who's really experts in their field. Are you an expert in your field because you got a bunch of people to sign up underneath you?
Well, what do you consider? What do you consider an expert? What do you consider an expert? Because people take life experiences. People take, well, they studied immensely and just have, done all the studies, read all the books, and they're considered an expert. So what do you consider an expert?
I feel like if you want to be considered an expert in your field, you delve in it in any way you can. So you do the life experiences, you work in the trenches. When I say study, that doesn't necessarily mean in getting a formal 4-year degree education, but I mean, you should be reading up on everything, not just the brochure that your employee or your hustle or whatever it is gave you, So, and I think you should be, especially if you're working in an industry where you're dealing with all types of people and their livelihood that goes behind it.
Yeah.
So, when someone says to me, oh, you should try this tea, it works really good for people with pain. And I'm just like, you mean like arthritis? You mean chronic pain? You mean like pain after workout? And they're like, yeah, no. You're just saying something because you want me to buy a product. Right. In that case, you're an expert salesperson, but you're not an expert in your field. And but keep in mind, I'm not dogging anybody's teeth. I'm not dogging anybody's hustle. I just wish that these programs would prey on people who definitely need an alternative income and do want to get into the business arena. And I just wish they would encourage them to learn all aspects of their field, not just their first shift.
But is it only tea? It's other products too. I've seen other different products that use that.
Whether it's a tea, whether it's a wrap, whether it's there's so many. And keep in mind, like as a person who has to diet and has to work out all the time and has been this way all of their life, like, I get it. I've tried most of them. I'm a huge fan of the green smoothie. Like not only the green smoothie diet, I do that cleanse about twice a year, but I also regularly have a green smoothie like 3 or 4 days a week or whatnot because of the nutrients of this and that. But I'm not trying to be an expert in the field. I'm trying to be an expert on my body. So I've done the research on it as well. So that's why I'm like, I just wish the people who are saying they're experts on it beyond would do the same thing. That's also why I'll always have a gym membership, but I'm a big advocate for a personal trainer because at the gym, they're hiring somebody to know the equipment and to know their gym policy. I want to work out with somebody who knows my body and just the human body, period. Who's not telling me, oh, go to this aerobics class, do this, let me take you through these exercises and have a day. I want a personal trainer who sits down and has studied and researched and they know this, and this for me to make sure everything's good. Especially because it's an investment. Things are expensive. So, yeah, that's all I am saying on it.
And for someone who, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I was once an operational manager for a gym, one of the largest gym in the United States. And so, yeah, it takes a lot for me to go into a gym because it's just like once you've worked in the gym and you know the ins and outs, and I'm just over it. So it is refreshing to get to have Malik on the line.
When did you work at a gym? I'm sitting over here shocked right now. Like, when did this happen?
When I was in Miami. You knew that because we remember we were supposed to link up for an event in DC. I think it was with the chef or something like that. And I told you I couldn't work that event for one reason or the other. I couldn't take the time off or whatever because
I did not know that was at a gym. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I usually say, yeah, I'm an operations manager in the gym. Just real soft so people
what
don't.
was the biggest, like, once you pulled back the curtain, what did you see business side of working at a gym?
I'll tell you later,
Loved or
because
hated?
I'll tell you later of the ins and outs, because there's a lot of people that know me, and I don't want to discourage them from going to the gym. But overall, I just this is not it. I can't do this because just different aspects of it, and people who come to work out at the gym, they just don't. People who come to work out at the gym, like they don't get in, they don't respect the gym. And my job was a little tough because I had to make sure that it's in tip-top shape, it's clean, it's sanitary, it's everything is working, order things, so it's a big umbrella. I wasn't on the floor training people, but I was in charge of making sure that the wheels are turning and people are happy, and it's clean and people not getting sick, and I'm already a germphobe, so I know that I probably drove a lot of people crazy, but yeah.
Makes sense. What's your workout and health routine now? Did I just put you on the spot yet?
Yeah, I just told you. I just go into a gym, like, it takes everything in me, yo. Like, I think maybe getting a personal trainer may help. Or I may just, because the personal trainer, I'll be like, man, you're fired. I don't want to do this no more. So it all depends. But right now, I eat healthy. I eat really, really healthy. And sometimes I go for walks with the kids, but nothing major like strenuous working out. I'm going to, though. I'm getting better, but I need to get my life together. Just put it like that.
For me, I do eat healthy. Do I eat the healthiest? Absolutely no. I own a bakery, so that tells you that right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do eat healthy. I actually noticed really quickly, like, I get sick if I eat fast food too much, or if I don't eat a certain amount of vegetables. I do have some health issues that require, like, I'm anemic, so if I don't get a certain amount of iron in, if I don't get this and that in, and fibromyalgia with pain or whatnot, there's certain foods we have to stay away from.
Mm-hmm.
So my eating's good. My working out is actually good. Like I said, I've always been the type to work out. The reason I'm not in shape right now, this is the most out of shape I've ever been in my life, actually, and it's because of all that other stuff that goes with working out that people forget about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get enough sleep, and as business owner, hallelujah, if I like, for me to get 6 hours of sleep is, like, insane. But to get, like, 3 hours of sleep a few nights a week and then crash one night for the weekend and blah, 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 that doesn't help when you're trying to lose weight, and it just doesn't help your body, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I don't drink enough water, probably because I'm always drinking wine, so that affects the whole, keeping healthy and losing weight. And then the biggest thing is stress. My doctors are always telling me when I have, like, pain flare-ups and when I have this and that, it's all stress-related. And as women, we carry our stress in our weight. But as a business owner, you have to, like, force yourself. That's the reason my favorite working out is yoga. Because if there's one place where I can leave stress at the door for 45 minutes, it's my yoga class. Mm-hmm. But as a business owner also, how often can I get to it? And is once or twice a week really enough for just yoga, and you have all these other factors lining up to it? So I think, I'm not saying, like, business women are super women, but it's already hard to stay healthy when you're in your 30s. Adding on the stressors and the schedules of owning a business makes it that much harder. And big up to mamas and wives who are also business owners who also have to add that factor onto it, like, because I'll call up somebody who is super and I'm like, hey, let's go to the gym. And she's like, listen, why do you act like you don't know that I have 3 kids up in here? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that a no? So it's a matter of finding that balance, but, you know, those are just excuses, because if we find time to meet with clients, if we find time to plan for work and do this and that, we could make the time to do it as well. It's just, it keeps falling on the back burner, and I'm not quite sure how to put it on the front for myself. So, the best personal trainer I ever had was when I was living in Florida. I need that person that's like, put down the beer, put down the wine, blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah.
Either way, that's what works for me. So I think I thought our caller was on, but he's not yet.
Yeah, he'll be on in a few minutes. Something about making time for your friends or meeting up with someone. I think that can be incorporated under the umbrella of health. If we're talking about health and wellness on a holistic level too, and just looking at the big picture, that can be helpful, because just that outlet. Sometimes we need that outlet, especially, with us that are mothers and, business owners, and we just like every day, Monday through Friday, it's in and out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you faded out. You said we need that outlet.
Yeah, that outlet, especially us that are mothers, business owners, Monday through Friday, in and out, whether it's, hauling them to school, work, cooking, repeat, school, work, gym, gymnastics or basketball or football or whatever, that day in, day out. And so sometimes that outlet that you have when you meet up with a friend, you make that time, because I think that contributes to your health as well. Just keeping your sanity sometime, and just having an outlet to spill out emotionally, because not all of us can afford or even want to go on a therapist's couch and just, talk to. Sometimes we need a person that, like, a real person, a real friend that we can talk to and just decompress, so I wouldn't throw that aspect away altogether.
Have you ever been one of those types that do those, like, these are exercises you can do at your desk or while you're washing dishes? Like, I'm not that girl.
I'm not either. I'm not either, because, man, your mind, it's like 1,000,001 things going on in your mind, and I'm not remembering no exercises like that.
Exactly. And I don't have to, and then my dog won't let me. If I try to crawl on the floor and do it, my dog would be all over me or whatnot. I wish I did do an inquiry for Black Girls Run. So my mom just joined Black Girls Run in Jacksonville, and she loves it. She talks about how great it is, the camaraderie. She's been like doing the bridges and all that stuff for a minute. And she said the first time she joined, she sets the pace for her first walkout with them. And she has to do it at a certain point before she can move to another group. It was just, I was like excited for it, and I was jealous. So I was like, oh, let me find a Black Girls Run Club. But it's amazing the different experience I had. Like, it was super intimidating. They were like, okay, meet us at this time, this place. You can have the option of doing a 3-mile run, a 5-mile run, or an 8-mile run. And I'm just sitting here like, where's the 1-mile walk? Like, why are we jumping to that level already? Like, it was very intimidating. And I remember, like, a few years back when they had, like, Curve Fitness was the hotness, and those, like, gyms that were geared towards women that weren't intimidating. And this was the first time I was like, oh, I get it now. Because it kind of discouraged me from joining, because I was like, y'all are making me feel like I'm not ready, instead of giving me that, like, camaraderie of, like, let's get ready,
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that here in North Carolina, they have something called Girls on the Run, or Boys Who Run. And I like that concept too. I don't know if they have for adults, but you do have the option as a parent to train with your child and, you know, to get them ready for the marathon because they do a 5K. And so, you know, every time when that season roll around, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the only time that I do some type of workout.
Keep talking for a second, Rose. I'm going to step off and handle the feedback that's coming through.
Okay, is Malik on the line yet?
Not yet. I think
Okay.
we're trying to bring him on. I think that's what the problem is.
Okay.
All right, guys, keep going.
Yeah, so they have boys on the run and girls on the run, and that's the time where as a parent you do have to encourage and, you know, join in with your child so that they can make it to that mark when they do the 5K at the end of the season. But what I do like about it too, it's not only all about running. They talk to the children. They have like a group therapy type session where the kids can be themselves and talk about what's bothering them, the issues that they're going through. And so that it ties back to what I was saying, where it's not only about eating right and exercise. Those things are great. Those things are necessary. Those things are good. But it's also that emotional aspect too that ties in, because you can be healthy and you can eat right, but emotionally, if you're not all the way there, you know, that can play a role as well. Negatively, that is.
Okay, guys, so we are going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we should have our guest speaker, Malik, on the line. Anybody who wants to join in and call, remember the number 646-200-4053, and press 1 to be part of the conversation. And we'll be right back.
Are you stressed out and feeling blue? Well, treat yourself. Go to Sweeter Hue, located at 1540 North Capitol Street Northwest in Suite 201 in Washington, D.C. Look for the pink door. Sweeter Hue.
All right.
Okay, guys, we're back.
Hey, guys.
Rose, go ahead and introduce us to this exciting guest speaker.
Okay, so today we have Malik from MVP Fitness and Massage. Malik, are you on the line?
Yes, I am here.
Hey, Malik, how are you?
Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, Malik. This is Melissa. Nice meeting you.
How are you, Melissa? Everything's
good.
well, thank you.
That's good.
Okay.
So why don't you tell us a little bit, well, first tell us about your fitness studio, what all you do, and all of that.
Okay, so I have a fitness and massage therapy company, and we're based in the DMV area, which is the Washington, D.C. metro. and we focus on individuals with developmental disabilities. Um, and so that means individuals who have like cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, things like that. And so we focus on helping those individuals with pain management and exercise and losing weight and helping them accomplish their fitness goals. And we started that in late 2014. So we've been around about almost two years, almost 3 years, going on 3 years.
Congratulations! You're definitely at the startup phase, and I haven't heard of a fitness studio that focuses on that demographic, on special needs of developmental disabilities. That is awesome. I haven't heard of that. So, is there extra equipment? Is there extra education and care, or what?
There is extra education and care, but the unique advantage of our company is we're actually a mobile business. So we actually come to the individuals if they're not capable of coming to like a traditional gym, so to speak. So all our trainers are trained to work with individuals with developmental disabilities. We actually partner up with a physical therapist to actually structure routines that the individuals can do from the home. And if they are capable of working within a group setting or going to the gym, we will take them there to the park, recreation centers. The goal is twofold. Number one, to have them accomplish their fitness goals, but also number two, to try to integrate them into a community-based setting. So that way, a lot of times individuals with special needs kind of feel isolated from the general population. So we try to do our best when possible to try to integrate them into the general population or come to fitness and socialization.
That's kind of awesome. I'm hearing more now that people have trainers coming to their home. Do you think that makes it less excuses to not go to the gym because you don't have to go? Or do you think, like, if you need that extra push, going to the gym would be better than what's the pros and cons of having a home personal trainer as opposed to a personal trainer at the studio?
The pros of having someone come to you is the time. So you don't really have to think. You just get up out of bed or come downstairs and you have a trainer at the door giving you direction on how to implement your fitness program. The positives of that is they're on your time, they're on your schedule, and I mean, if you have someone that you're paying to come to your house, you're more than likely going to use them and follow what they say. Going to the gym, sometimes it can be intimidating for some people, or your schedule doesn't work right, or the machine you want to use isn't available. So I think that approach works well not for everyone, but for individuals who know what their certain goals are, but just don't have the time or resources to get to the gym as they see fit.
That makes absolute sense. And I'd imagine, looking at it from a business side of it, your overhead is a lot better since you're not renting a studio.
Yeah, personally for myself, yes, the overhead is practically, non-existent besides, training the trainers and providing, certain equipment that they use. So that definitely helps the bottom line. So, yeah, we're kind of lean and we're able to get wherever we need to get to. So I like the model that we currently have.
What techniques do you use at home with the clients?
Could you repeat that question?
Oh, sorry. What techniques do you use at home with the client? Like, let's say maybe the client goal is to tone. what techniques do you use? Does it have to be a machine? Do you bring equipment?
So we bring resistance band, that's involved, kettlebells, battle rope. But even then, like at home, you actually don't even need any of that. For example, you can use like a chair to do fit squats, calisthenics, use bottles of water for curl bars. You just have to be really creative and innovative when you come up with a workout routine. So, for example, if you want to tone, the key goal with toning is to get your heart rate up, past the normal level, probably like 80% of the intensity that you want to work out. Keep it there for about 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds. Cool off for about 30 to 45 seconds, and get it right back up there in short bursts. So by doing that, you increase your cardio endurance, and you also help tone your muscle by doing lots of reps. So, for example, if I could curl 30 pounds as my max, I could take 5 pounds weight and do that for 30 reps in 30 seconds while I'm doing jumping, and then do jumping jacks for 20 seconds, and that would have the same effect as doing 3 sets of 10 weights at 20 pounds.
How many people just wrote that information down? They were like, "That sounds good. Let's go with it."
Yeah, and it's cost effective. You know, you don't really have to spend much to get healthy. But Malik, how do you motivate some of your clients, or how do you train your trainers to motivate some of your clients? Because I know, I'm telling you right now, if you had a client like me, it'd be a whole lot of work.
Bring wine to the session.
I probably wouldn't open the door. You probably,
She's clicking off the lights like they're so.
be like, tell the kids, hey, shh, don't, just be quiet. Just pretend I'm not home.
That's a great question, and the truthful answer is there is no size fits all. There is no one answer to get that. I found that the best way to motivate clients is to have them do something that they can handle first, and then they start seeing results, and then they get self-motivated. Because it's like you get that momentum. So, say for example, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, losing that first 5 pounds is relatively easy, so to speak. If you change your eating habits and you do cardio, for 45 minutes 3 times a week, you can probably lose that 5 pounds within the first 2 weeks. Now, getting the rest of that 15 pounds off will take, a little more discipline, a little more different types of routines, and a lifestyle change. So once you see that first 5 pounds off, you're going to be like, oh, okay, he does know what he's doing. He is then you get motivated to do and help me help you. The unique case with us, however, is since we do work with people with developmental disabilities, a lot of them have systems in place. Like they may have a nutritionist as well. They may have in-home support staff. So we work together as a team to try to accomplish that goal to make sure they're motivated. Hello?
Yes, I just wanted to jump in really quick and say that if anybody is joining us, the number is 646-200-4053. And remember to press the number 1 if you want to join in with the call and ask Malik some questions. You can also DM us on Facebook or Instagram. I do have a message that was just sent to us for you, Malik. If you're a business owner that gets up early and has late night, is it best to work out in the morning or the night? I think that's what they're saying. I'm sorry if I misread it, but yeah, it's asking if you have long days, morning or night.
Me personally, I like to get it done in the morning. because I feel more accomplished and I have more energy. Once I finish my workout, my energy level is higher. Doing it late night, again, it depends. It varies on your energy level. Some people have peak energy levels in the morning, afternoon, or evening. I personally myself like to get it done because I like to get it out the way and move forward. So I say morning, but it depends on when your peak energy levels are.
So there isn't a more effective time. It's just based on when you're going to do the most effective workout.
No, there is not.
Gotcha. Also, we have some, I'm not sure if you heard our earlier conversation. We were talking about how saturated the health and wellness field is now, business-wise. Everyone's a trainer. Everyone is. When I moved up here to DC, I've never seen so many gyms and personal fitness studios and like on one block ever.
Right.
Everyone, and then now also everyone gets to say they're a fitness guru if they're selling a product now because they have the T's and the tricks that get fit, quick things or whatnot. What are your opinions on those?
Well, I completely agree. I think that's a good and a bad thing. As a business owner, of course, that means more competition that you have to try to distinguish yourself from and get clients. I personally chose a niche market. So, I still have competitors, but the clientele that we work with is so highly selective. I can pretty much, develop a following and kind of dominate or have good success in that niche market. But in terms of just overall, I think the more individuals know about fitness and health, the better it is for everyone because, having fitness, you increase your life expectancy. You're more healthier. It causes less health problems in the country or in the world as a whole. And America has I would say, epidemic as far as obesity and people who are overweight. So, the good thing is if you see a lot of gyms and there are a lot of fitness professionals, there's more motivation to exercise and live that healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Business-wise, it's going to be tough, but, find a niche market, do what you do best, and market yourself. You have to be able to market and distinguish yourself from others.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And the Malik's business is just, like he said, the dynamics is just so different and they accommodate you so much where it's like kind of almost hard to not do it. They come to you and
right.
and plus he's touching a whole group dynamic that a lot of people just want to shy away from, really.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that you work out with their entire team, well, not work out, but you plan their program with the entire team is a big deal. And that's not just for persons with disabilities. Like I said, I've been a serial personal trainer. Like I've always had to have one. I'm not doing it by myself, and I don't know how to keep up with reps by myself. I will always say I'm done. But it helps. The most effective ones have been with that person. Is like I've had one. I go to a doctor's appointment, they come with me, or I was getting over an injury, and so when I would go to the chiropractor, they're there right there because they want to make sure that I'm telling them the correct words they're saying, and it all works in together. So I love that. I think when you live in an area, well, not even live in an area, since it's an industry that's so saturated, if you kind of make a checklist of what you're looking for, what works for you. So whether you want somebody that's comfortable working with others in your team, a nutritionist, a chiropractor, whatever, or somebody that has understanding on pain management or whatever it is, that have to walk in, like buying a car. You got to walk in with that checklist of what they're looking for. Everybody is the greatest, and then you're sitting up here still a little fluffy.
Yeah.
So, either way.
Right, and you have to invest in your body and your health and your. I mean, you know, it's good to work on getting money and doing all that, but without a healthy body and a healthy mind and spirit, it's harder to accomplish those goals of what you want to do, especially in the long term as you move up in the age group. We don't stay 21 forever, you know. So making that little investment of working out, and especially if you can actually get a team. A lot of individuals probably don't know, but the insurance will cover a nutritionist. The insurance will cover chiropractic care. You join the gym and you work with the group trainers. You may not be able to afford a one-on-one trainer, but you might be able to get a 3-on-3, a 3-on-1, you know, group training. But just having an accountability partner and a team to overall assess your health goes such a long way in your development physically and mentally. I have a trainer, you know, and I'm a fitness trainer, but I know I need someone just like you to put me on those days where I can just be like, I don't want to do it today. So,
Right.
Well, you both have to help me because those days are every day for me. I don't feel like working out. I'll do everything else. I'll clean the whole house. I'll cook a whole meal. I'll cook 2-3 meals. I'll do everything else, but I don't know what it is about like just working out. It's just, it feels like such a task. So
I think it's finding a workout that you enjoy. Like, I hate running. So if me doing trying to do that running club, it wasn't going to work for me because I already hate it, and I'm going to look at it as a chore. And who wants to do a chore on your free time when you already barely have some? So I think it's about finding something that works, right?
Exactly. There is no one size fits all. You just find the size that fits you, make it your thing, and you do it.
Rose, let's do a strip aerobics this week. Boom.
hey, I won't shoot it down. I'll try it, but you know. It's a lot of work because we went pole dancing one time and I was just so out of breath. It was unbelievable. Yeah. People think it's so easy. No, it's yeah.
Your arms will be something serious because you have to lift all of these curves up on the pole. Like,
yeah.
It works your core really good too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And who isn't motivated to get on the pole? I mean, say what you want.
I mean, I was until I did it. And it's like, yeah, I'm not about that life.
Okay, let me get out of here. Well, I have one more question for you, Malik. You mentioned that it's you have to invest in yourself or whatnot. We've talked about this from a lot of business owners. How do you go about letting clients understand the valuation of your service? Because a lot of service-based businesses, when people say this is our price, they're like, for 30 minutes it's kind of expensive, or can you do a package, or can you negotiate this down, or blah, blah, blah. How do you go about dealing with that kind of customer?
So we try to show value. So, you know, it can be a trial basis. We have clients who's like, oh, we just don't want to do this. And so it's like, okay, give us 2 weeks, and if you feel better or if you like it, then do you agree to you know, continue the services with us? So more than likely, once they give us a chance, they like our trainers, they like what we're doing, and they will, you know, agree to work with us. As far as the price, you know, you don't want to sell yourself short, and you because your time is your most valuable commodity, and putting a price on your time, it's kind of hard to do. But at the same time, you have to look at your market, what the competitors are charging, and see if that's a fair price for what services you provide. and try to say, okay, what can I do beyond what my competitors are doing to add value to make this client want to have my services.
Right.
So I've always found, the way to make money is to figure out how you can solve a problem and come up with a solution or to add value to people's lives. So the key component in this industry is what are we getting when we come with you, and why should we give you a chance? So, you may have to give a sample here and prove your worth.
Right. And if you stand behind what you're doing, that's easy to do, to prove, like, I told you. I told you so. That's what we're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but don't sell yourself short because, you'll find out that you'll become time poor. Meaning, you might be getting clients, but your rates aren't what you need, so you end up working, but your prices don't really justify all the work you're putting in, so you end up minimum wage or barely above with survival. So don't sell yourself short.
Malik, I have one more question coming in. It says, do you take on regular clients or do you just stick to your niche of people with disabilities?
I personally stick to my niche, but the trainers that I have working with us, they do accept regular clients. So, if they want to contact me, I can definitely refer them out to some of my trainers or some trainers who I know are very good.
Okay. How do they reach you? How do they get in contact with you?
You can send an email to Malik at MVP. That's Mary Victoria Princess MVP 123fitness.com.
Okay. And I also tag him on our Instagram post too. So if you want to get in contact with him that way, the information is there. Just go on their Instagram page and you'll be able to get all the information.
Instagram is MVP_fitness_massage.
Okay.
This must be a touchy thing because we actually have quite a few callers listening in, but nobody's pressing one. So I guess they're taking notes, especially when you were saying, "Oh, this is the equivalent of 20 reps and everything else like that." So trust me, people were listening in, and we appreciate you for coming on to the call today. So thank you.
Thanks, Malik.
So thank you for having me.
All right. You have a good one. To join in on the show, ask any questions to our guest speakers or to Rose and myself. The number is 646-200-4053, and just remember to press 1, and that brings you in. Otherwise, you're just listening.
Yeah.
So this is the show where we do our Kanye rant or our Cardi B rave.
Rant or rave.
We're going to come back and do that when we come back after this commercial.
All right.
You say you got a girl. How you want me? How you want me when you got a girl? A feeling is reckless of knowing it's selfish, knowing I'm desperate, getting on in it, left falling all over love. I do it till last, hanging out the back, all of it you last. Like, is you coming home? Is you out with her? I don't care long as you here by 10:30, no later than drop them drugs, give me what I want. My man is your man, her is her man too. satisfied through the weekend. You like 9 to 5 in the weekend. Make him lose his mind every weekend. You take Wednesday.
Hey. So it's the rant or rave for you today, Melissa.
All right, so this one is a rant disguised as a rave. Or maybe the other way around. I don't know. So we all know that our rave, our get hype, is our Cardi B get hype. Because she just is excited about her life. She's excited about where she's at right now. Get hype, get hype. Mm-hmm. We all know she got engaged this week. And without disappointment, she's been all over Instagram and on YouTube just like constantly happy and all in love.
Just hype.
Everything. It's just hype. Just hype for with all the reasons she deserves.
Yep.
But what's sad is like everybody's coming for her. You see everyone's like, oh, people like Cardi B is out here getting engaged, but you got Lauren Hills that are still single, and you got Erykah Badu that have more wisdom, and I'm just like,
and that's like,
you're happy for.
Yeah, it's everybody is different. Everybody's on a different life track. Like, See, that's what I'm saying. This goes back to last week. What I was saying. It doesn't matter what you do. People still gonna talk. So that's why you don't even need to respond to people. Don't even acknowledge it, because whether you do good, whether you do bad, they still gonna find something to say, something bad to say. And it's just...
And I feel like people who hate the most and the hardest always start the sentence the same. I ain't hating and everything, but guess what? So I need y'all to understand, whether you like somebody and you talk some mess about them, you're still a hater. If you don't like them, and you're still a hater. So, like, I'm not a Wendy Williams fan. Not the show. Never been a fan of hers when she was on the radio. Actually liked her better when she was on the radio, but I get it. She could keep it more real there than the regulations for television.
Right.
But she faded on TV on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sure did.
Yeah, Halloween morning.
Mm-hmm.
Faded on live TV, goes to black, needed like a 6-minute commercial break. And you got people making jokes.
Yeah.
The jokes about people passing out. Like, you're a hater. Like, and if you can say, I'm not hating her, I don't even like her, you're a hater. Like, I need you to just...
And I'm like, even if you didn't like her, right? Even if you didn't like her, the fact of the matter is there's a human life on the line right now. Like, she passed out. Granted, she was a trooper. I don't know if I would say trooper. I'm like, man, you really playing. Like, you really need to just relax a little bit. But she went back on live.
And she finished the show.
Yeah, she did. She did. Like, that's what I call dedication. But I'm like, man, I don't know, because she really blacked out. But the fact that you can, like, laugh or whatever, like, I didn't think that was funny at all, because, like, she really slurred her words, and she looked scared. Like, she looked like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? So the fact that someone could laugh when the very fabric of someone's life is on the line, yeah, you a hater. You a hater.
Yeah, you a hater, and I need you to get that together. Now, there's a difference between hating on somebody and just calling somebody out on their back. Now, we are saving this for a special show, so we ain't going to get too deep into it right now. Mm-hmm. But people talking about Cardi B or Wendy Williams or whomever else out there, y'all, those are hating moments. Mm-hmm. Kind of the worst hater is the person where you're like, you're winning. You shouldn't be talking about other people, worried about what other people doing, this and that. That is the worst hater. And virtually right now, we have a certain person that is like the biggest hater on everything right now. If you're not on his side, he's going to talk about you, he's going to tweet about you. So, that's what we're talking about. So we're going to leave that alone for another show.
Yeah, tread those waters real lightly. Tread them real lightly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're gonna save that one because he's the ultimate hater. Rose, what is your definition of a hater? Like, if somebody's just like, how do I know if I'm a hater or not? If you do this, you're a hater.
If you always finding something negative to say, whether someone do something very well or you go to a party and everything was on point, but you got to find that one little negative thing, you a hater. You're a hater. Or if you winning and you're just not helping, look to the side, look to the other side. If someone comes to you for help or they just want, your input, and you just like, nah, if I had to learn it the hard way, you do too. You a hater.
There you go.
You're a straight up hater.
Mine agree 1,000% with everything Rose said. I'm also going to add on, if whoever or whatever you're talking about, is it financing you, is it sexing you, has nothing to do with your life, yet you got their name or whatever activity coming out their mouth, you're hating on them probably.
Or if you don't even much know them. And you got something to say. You heard from a friend of a friend. You don't even know them. Your connection, like how LinkedIn have, like, what's the degree of connection? Like, dude, you're on, like, 50th degree. You're on 50th degree, but you got something to say. You a hater.
You're a hater.
Yep.
You are a hater. And And even if you know that person well, don't think you can't hate on your friends.
Yeah.
I'm asking y'all today to check yourself. When you find yourself, oh, I love her, she's like my best friend, she's like my sister, but you always saying something negative. You're hating on your friend.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks.
And don't even, well, you know, some people do it and don't even realize it too.
Right, and you're getting on my nerves. It's one of those. And the thing of it is, if you're the person getting hated on, no one's stunning you. No one's stunning your haters. Like, people who are always talking about, like, oh, girl, I got haters. Actually, if you truly had haters, you wouldn't have time to look at them, look for them, think about them. Nobody thinks on you. But if you're up here talking about somebody else who is not thinking about you at all, like, Cardi B is around here flashing rings the size of, like, cantaloupe.
Yep.
Wendy Williams is dusting herself off and getting right back on the mic. She is not thinking about everybody who is running their mouths, and it's just, we're using them as an example, but we've all had it. We've all had it. The first question when it gets back to us is, why is she talking about me? Like, what do I have to do with her? Do I owe her money? Am I sleeping with a man? Like, why does she feel like she needs to have my name in her mouth or whatnot? So,
and you know what people have to realize too, especially those that want to start off their own business or entrepreneurs, and if you really want your business to take off and you don't want to be a mom and pop, you want to be global, just understand that comes with the territory. You know, if you want to be an actor, an actress, a singer, all that, you know, if you need to be ready for all your bones to be dragged out of the closet, you know, and just be like, you have rebuttals for it, because people will take whatever they can to try to drag you down. And so it's kind of like, how do you rise above the haters? Yeah, you don't have to mind them. You could ignore them or whatever, because they don't bring added value to your life. They really don't. But, you know, once you start that level, once you get to that level of notoriety, then, you know, they just do whatever means necessary to try to bring you down. That's why I think that's what I like a lot about Cardi B, is because, you know, if it seems like, you know, she's like, whatever, I'm not fazed, like, just mind your business, you know.
Right, exactly. So that's why my rant also kind of disguised as a rage, because, like, the hating was strong this week, not only in the media, but within me and Rose's own business, professional, and personal life as well. And at the same time, the rage is like, y'all talking about me because I have something to talk about. I'm not thinking of y'all because y'all are still in the same place. And that's that whole positive spin you have to sit to it. And if you're fortunate enough, yeah, you got 10 haters, but you got that one person who's in your corner that you can call up, and they will hype you up. They will make you feel good. They will make you feel like you are the baddest thing walking down the street, and they're not gassing you up either. They truly are. They're saying your value for it and everything like that. That makes it even easier to kind of ignore the hate. So my rant this week was, I'm so freaking tired of these haters, but at the same time, I'm glad y'all are there, because I must be doing something right, and the same with everybody else. So kudos to those that are making it. Hopefully these haters will find somebody else to talk about next week, and we're good to go.
All right.
Well, thank y'all again for joining us. Remember, follow us on social media, the Trim Chix.
We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Trim Chix. Or just visit us on thetrimchix.com. We post past podcasts, and we always keep you up to date with what we're doing for the next week. So, you know, join us.
All right. Thanks again. See you next week.
See you next week.
Hammer time, hammer time. They can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, I ain't never had a bedtime. Headline, boy, you looking at a headline. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, watch me kill the scene. Fed time, we gon' steal the scene. bedtime.
Now tell me who you fooling. Saw you coolin', flexing with the jeweler. What you doing? You don't measure up, I met the ruler. Closet full of chains, boy, you never been a shooter. I don't need a chain just to prove it, boy, I'm moving. Where you moving? Out your mama house, off your mama couch. If we living what we talk about, you don't talk a lot. Sambo, rented Lambo, you can say that. Took my money, built the studio, and took the range back. H-Town to Atlanta, country, Bama, MC Hammer. Boy, we too legit to quit, I die, resurrect manana. Put a nail up in your coffin, my hammer awesome. I ain't worried about no problems, the Lord I call on. My God, everybody eating if you part of my squad. And they know I'm working, boy, I stay on my job. You know, got my standard, he the answer. I ain't perfect, I'm just purchased out here working with the hammer like
Hammer time, they can't tell me hammer time.